I wanted to make a video to talk a little bit about hanging indents, and what I've noticed is that different softwares and word processors use different styles to do a hanging indent, or some of the settings are mostly the same but they look a little bit different. So this video is going to talk about how to do a hanging indent two different ways in Microsoft Word. If you have the downloaded software on your computer, it's going to talk about how to do a hanging indent in Google Drive, and it's going to talk about how to do a hanging indent in Word Online. The other most, I think, popular processing software to, write a paper is Pages, for those of you who have a Mac. So I do not have the ability to show you that. However, YouTube has a lot of really cool videos, and I recommend if you have a Mac and you're looking for how to do hanging indent in Pages, then stop this video. It's not going to help you, and go to YouTube and look up how to do a hanging indent in Pages. Okay, so first, if you're looking at Microsoft Word, you have, what I would recommend is that you already have typed up your citations and not separated them manually onto new lines. And so I just copy and pasted these citations, and I'm just going to make sure that none of them are separated onto a new line. I never want to have put typed enter anywhere in my citation. So as long as that works, all I have to do, and you can do this when you've written all of your citations, or you can do them one at a time, whatever you prefer, it's completely up to you. The first option is just highlight the citation or the group of citations that you want, right click, go to paragraph, and then in the middle section, and you'll notice that it's labeled indentation, under special, you want to select hanging. And you'll notice down here that you get a little preview of what that is going to look like, and then you can click OK, and bam, you have a hanging indent. Now, I did not know this every single year of my college career. I had no idea that that was how easy, that it was that easy. And so the thing that I learned is, and the thing I think a lot of my students try to do, is that if I wanted, let's say I didn't know about this super quick hanging indent specification, but if I didn't know about that and I wanted to just try and indent these lines, and I put my cursor here where I wanted the line to go, and I pushed tab for indent, the whole thing, line 1, 2, and 3 is going to be indented, which is obviously not the point of a hanging indent. A hanging indent is where the first line is flush to the left margin, but all of the subsequent lines are not. So from there, what could I do? Of course, I could go in and do what I just showed you, clicking paragraph, going to special hanging indent, or instead of just pushing tab, I can hold down the control button and then I can push tab. Once I've done that, my first line will go in. Now I can do the same thing with all of my other lines. There are some issues I think that happen with this. So one of the issues is if you have a link, it might end up just partially created. I don't even think MLA really wants you to have those links in there, so I always remove any hyperlinks that pop up. But the other thing that could be an issue is, let's say that you realize after you've done your hanging indent in this more manual way, maybe you made an error. Maybe you forgot to include the title of the journal here. Okay, so let's say that happens. Now you fixed your citation, but the hanging indent is now no longer looking the way that it's supposed to. So then you would of course have to go back, delete the tab that you included, and do it all over again. Now notice when I indent here manually, this gets messed up, and when I indent down here, I have to redo this remove hyperlink. So there are a lot more steps in this process. It's something that I wish I had known when I was a student. But if you notice up here, let's say you forget, and now you realize, oh, you need to include the title of the journal here. Whenever you correct the citation, it's going to keep that hanging indent because Microsoft Word knew that that's what you wanted to do. So I definitely always recommend just to highlight your content, right click, go to paragraph, select hanging under the special option. Doing a hanging indent in Word Online is very, very similar. It just looks a little bit different compared to doing a hanging indent on your regular like downloaded software. So I would highlight the content that I wanted to format as a hanging indent. I would right click, go to paragraph, and so it looks a little bit different, but we go under indentation, we go to special, and we select hanging. From there we can click OK, and you'll notice that my content becomes that properly formatted hanging indent. Again, I have an issue. I don't like these hyperlinks in here, so I would remove it, and now I think it looks beautiful. Hopefully this video helps you create a hanging indent, and if you have any questions, you can send me an email.